I don't know. I was asleep the other night. I'm sorry about that, by the way. It's been like a shitty week.
Well, that's the note you want to start the podcast on. It's been
a good week, actually. It's been a really good week. It's just been a busy week. So we're live. Everyone's watching.
We are 100% live. We got one watching. Should I play the intro song?
Yeah, play the intro song. Let's do it live. Yeah. And we have to sing along.
Thanks everyone for coming. Who's about to do the intro song? Wow!
Bazinga boys are here to speak all of their thoughts on the Big Bang Theory. Vorn has an opinion. Vorn has an opinion. He probably has one too. Most of all, Rob has an opinion.
I love the fact that every time you were singing, it was cutting the audio out. For
You fucking idiot.
So Rob, you just sung the whole fucking song.
So we can't sing or laugh or do anything when the audio is playing through Vorn's computer.
Technical difficulties this morning.
Just shut the fuck up. Start. Boys, what are we here to do?
We're here to enjoy life and Bazinga.
We're here to watch every episode of The Big Bang Theory and hang out with each other and drink cans of cider.
You know what? It's going to sound a bit cocky and a bit, maybe a bit up ourselves, but I'm going to say for podcasts that watch every episode of The Big Bang Theory, I reckon we're the second best in the whole world.
I think we're doing a pretty good job, and I think we're probably the first best at streaming it live as a video.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah. How well it's gone so far? Definitely. Well, so yeah, just for reference for that, we spoke a bit about it last week. We found that there's another podcast doing the exact same thing as us. They are watching every episode of The Big Bang Theory. Their name, I'm not the biggest fan of their name. It's called The Big Bang Theory.
It sounds like one of your segments.
Yeah, exactly. Who the fuck would come up with something like that? But as I said last week, I was like, I'm going to extend the peace leaf, which I meant to say olive branch. I was like, you know what? Let's be the bigger men here, and extend like a nice gesture to say, hey, we know you're out there, but you know, let's see what happens in the future. Let's put the right foot forward. And the way I did,
the audio's so bad it sounded like you said put the white foot forward.
Well, that's on theme for me.
So how did that go?
Well, so what I did is I found their Twitter. So I sent them this image. The idea was, I was like, I want to extend the olive branch, and I was like, the peace leaf. So I got a picture of a leaf and I wrote peace on it because that's just obvious. But it's I had some I've had some computer troubles recently, and for some reason the only font I could get to work was a Friday the 13th blood font. So the piece is written in blood, and then I was like, well, that might be a bit confusing. So I've added a picture of a dead mouse in a pool of blood, because in cat culture, when you have a cat, they sometimes bring dead mice to you as a sign of, hey, we're part of the family. We're all part of a big Bazinga family here. And I just wanted to let them know that we're really interested in their podcast. I'll just say we're always watching, always listening.
It just looks like, you know, like rats are dead.
Well, I thought
like
I thought it might clear it up if I said we're always watching, we're always listening.
I see it as we're always watching and we're always listening because we like your show, so here's a peace leaf.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know how it could be taken any other way. But for some reason...
Not at all.
They didn't reply. They didn't respond to it. So I went and found their Facebook and decided to, just post another message there. And I was like, well, how do I get this across? I was like, how do I sort of reach across the aisle and break bread with them? So I sent them this.
A bit of a reach around.
So
breaking bread.
So I was like, there's no better way to do that than post them a picture of us breaking some bread with them. There were some problems though, because as you can see, it kind of looks like the bread is covered in blood as well as my hands. It's just I was working on a science fair project of doing a volcano for the science fair, and I had red dye all over my hands, and I had to quickly do it and get it done.
The background image is like Pol Pot's fucking Cambodia.
Well, no, you've. I'm really upset that you misinterpreted that. I was like, so the caption is, "We want to do this with you," and I thought it might make it look like we want to break them and make them bleed. So I just added a lovely photo of the catacombs of France. I was like, I would love to go on a holiday with you to France with this background image, and I don't know, haven't responded yet, but that's us trying to reach out, trying to, see what we can do to reach out to the Bazinga community, because that's what this show is about. Reaching out and holding hands with those in the Bazinga community.
I see what you were doing, Vorn. I think it was a great idea. I think you've gone in very kind. I can see how they might have taken it the wrong way. So what would be your next approach, do you think, if you had an option?
I think, you've caught me off guard here, but I'm thinking maybe some sort of video file I can send them. Just somewhere where I can sort of show them that we're really, really are really into them and we want to just become friends with them, but we'll see what happens. I want to see if their next episode comes out and see if they mention this at all. That will be the main thing to check out for.
I'm surprised you didn't promote that they could watch this live right now.
That's true. Well, yeah, by the way, we've got 5 viewers watching. We've got Gliding Biscuits. We've got Nick Van. He says, can you talk louder so I can hear you while I shit? So keep your voices up, boys. So yeah, let's get into this week's episode. It was a season finale. So we finally got through one episode, one season of Big Bang Theory.
We've got through one episode of the Big Bang Theory, guys. Well done. 20 minutes of our lives. Are we going to talk about this episode? Get that out of the way?
Yeah, we're now doing 17 episodes of the podcast per one episode of the show.
Yeah, exactly. I think it will give us the amount of time to get as in-depth as we need to about it. Before we get into the episode, let's play my old favorite segment. It's called Vorn vs. the DVD Jacket. Oh, Pete, do you have the DVD jacket with you?
I do, mate. Here's one I prepared earlier.
Oh, that's lovely. So if you don't know this segment, it's basically where I try and predict what the little blurb there about this episode is going to be. So I've sent Rob my prediction. Rob, do you want to just read that out?
Uh-oh, Penny's broken up with her boyfriend. Is it because she was kissing Glasses Man last episode? No, who cares about continuity? It's an episode about being in the friend zone. Whoops, sorry, that was a typo and my backspace key is broken. It's an episode about taking advantage of someone while they're emotionally distraught for your own personal gain. Glasses Man goes to Penny's apartment to sexually assault her, but somehow convinces her to reconnect with her ex. This doesn't work, however, as he's already performing cunnilingus on a kindly old refugee, and he's the bad guy? Sorry, what's that? What does that sentence mean? A kindly old.
Well, like she walked in and she said, "I walked in and a woman had her legs around his head," and I took that as someone who's giving head to a girl. Well, that's a positive. That's a kind guy. That's the kind of guy who'd look after a refugee. So I'm just assuming she was a refugee, an old one.
So is he the bad guy in that situation? I don't know. They're broken up. He's not cheating on her. Anyway, all right, back to Vorn's thing. Raj gets one line in the whole episode and wonders if he's being written out of the show. Jim Parsons, who is meant to be playing a genius, uses a salt grinder as if it were a salt shaker. How many Emmy...
Did you see that? And a pepper one! It's very obviously a grinder, and he's like, and he just goes...
There's plenty of points we can
poor us acting.
There's plenty of points we can touch on in this episode about the lack of continuity in Sheldon. And then, how many Emmys did he win again? The episode ends with Glasses Man moshing his face flesh against Penny's in the worst kiss in TV history. Charlie Sheen was right about Chuck Lorre. Okay. Alright, so I feel like you got pretty close to the... you got pretty damn close to the DVD jacket.
DVD jacket?
So, Pete, do you want to go for it?
So, nervous about their first date, Leonard and Penny seek advice from the same romance-savvy sage, Sheldon.
What's great about doing this live on video is that people get to see you actually have a DVD jacket, and we weren't just looking up synopsises on IMDb.
There it is.
Yeah, because that's been the rumors going around the forums for the last week or so. So it's glad to finally squash those.
They're going to cancel us.
So Pete, if you want to give a more like a more in-depth summation of what happened in this episode.
Yeah, so we just watched the Tangerine Factor, which is the episode 17, season 1. It's pretty much Penny had a shitty breakup, and she agrees to go on a date with Glasses Man, Leonard. And then they go to Sheldon for advice. There you go.
The end.
The end.
Well, what a way. Some people say that Breaking Bad found the best way to end seasons, but this is right up there with
Dude,
what a cliffhanger, eh?
Fucking cliffhanger, mate. I have no idea if they're gonna have a second season or not.
So I think in the world of Big Bang Theory, this episode was shit, right? Like it was. It was so stupid. We knew that they were always going to like hook up at some point, and like I think we talked about it in maybe our 4th episode. But like, what do you think is going to happen at the end of the season? And all of us agreed cliffhanger where they're dating, and who knows what's going to happen.
Well,
did you notice how happy the audience was when they agreed to date?
it was awkward. It was like, hey, want to go out with me? And she goes, yeah. And then there's a weird silence. And then there's like the sort of clap of like a crowd clapping for like a I don't know, a little boy getting up climbing a flight of stairs. It was just like, it's weird, like.
But then it was almost like the clap got cut off as well. There was no fade out. There was no peter out. It was just there
was obviously some guy in the crowd just like, shut up! I'm trying to listen here. And everyone just stopped clapping. Well, like, yeah, this episode just seemed like a big old someone in a friend zone trying to get out. So I wanted to ask you guys, do you have any stories about being in the friend zone? This is a good thing to throw at you and see if I can catch you off guard.
I don't have stories in the friend zone, and I mean, this is one. I mean, everyone's been in the friend zone. I think this is one of those segments you could have pre-warned us about. Could have had some plans, you know. Vorn, tell us about your friend zone experiences that you've clearly got pre-thought.
Well, basically, one day, I was at a girl's house and I really liked her, and and I fell asleep in her bed, and then she woke me up and basically put my hand down her shirt and said, "Hey, look how fast my heart is beating." And I was just too tired to absorb what the sort of subtle hints there were. And my response was, "Oh, it is going pretty fast." And then I rolled over and fell asleep. Never had a chance with her again. So that's my friend zone story of maybe I should have just taken Howard's advice, which was, hey, while she's emotionally fragile, when the moment's right, cop a feel. What did you guys think about that?
Jesus. The funny thing is, I think like your friend zone experience was a friend zone for her, not you.
Yeah, true. Sam in the chat says, hands down the top is subtle. Yeah, it was for me at the time, it seems. And he also says, my mic sounds as bad as Rob plays AFL in America. So, burn, Rob.
Oh, pretty good. I have a question. Have either of you been friend-zoned by a girl you like after sleeping with their sister?
Sounds like you've got a fucking story for us, Rob.
Yeah, Rob, what's that story?
I don't have a story for us. That was targeted at one of you two.
Well, that's the same girl. Anyway, so...
Yeah.
Well, he asks her out. There's an awkward clap. Like, people don't know whether they should be clapping or not, if they're going to get in trouble from the studio manager. And then he goes, really? You're really going to go out with me? And I was like, ah! And she goes, yeah. What have I got to lose? And I yelled at my screen, your dignity, you fucking piece of shit. So that was pretty much the episode for me. It was a very nothing episode. Another one of those plot line, nothing happened.
It was possibly the least engaged I've been during an episode. And that's saying a lot with this show.
8.7 on IMDb for that episode.
Oh, what's going on?
So that puts it up there. That's in the same territory as, Casino and Godfather and like Pulp Fiction.
Oh, God. Pete, did you have any nitpicks in this episode?
It was the continuity shit that fucked me off on this one. The one where like Glasses Man Leonard goes into Penny's apartment to try and consult her, and she's pouring like ice magic into like an ice cream thing, because that's like apparently what people do when they get broken up with, they eat ice cream. She's dumping like a whole fucking squirty bottle of ice magic into this thing, and then she takes a scoop and it's just white ice cream.
Whoa.
That's what fucked me off. It was like brown chocolate, pouring it into a tub, and then she scoops it and it's just a vanilla ice cream.
Wow, I don't know. with all the things that are wrong with this episode, you choose to focus your attention on the dumbest shit.
Yeah, man, that's me, man. I apply that to like most aspects of my life.
Do you have anything else you want to say about the episode before we get into our song competition, Rob?
Nah, let's move on.
It was a very nothing episode. Let's move on.
Yeah. So, Rob, do you want to introduce what you did last week and what's going on?
So last week I tried to set up a competition after writing my own intro to The Big Bang Theory using the instrumental track from the Bare Naked Ladies. And I was like, let's pit Vorn and Pete against each other, and they can, if they lose, the other one has to sing the original version of the song live on Facebook video the day after this recording without leaving any comments. And Vorn was like, fuck you just set up a thing where you can't possibly be a loser. Which at that point I forgot that he set us up for the haiku thing in the past, otherwise I'd have used that against him.
Yeah, you idiot! You fucking idiot!
So, which I since remembered, but it's irrelevant. I recorded a song which I'm confident won't cause me to lose. So we have all now recorded our own intros to The Big Bang Theory, and I would like to start with Pete's.
Okay.
So Vorn, when you're ready, let's play with Pete's. Okay, so what's going to happen is we need the viewers. How many people are watching right now? Vorn,
7 viewers, and I don't know, a few people commenting. You guys get to decide who wins and who loses this competition. You know what the stakes are. I will say, ahead of time, I'm kind of worried I'm getting fucking dogged here, by the way. Because is there a reason why Pete's going first? Have you guys collaborated to fuck with me?
No, nothing.
I have a theory. I have a Big Bang theory that, okay, so what happened when I sent these guys the instrumental track, and instead of sending them the right track, I sent them the wrong track. I sent them something that I was trying to use for something else, which never came to fruition. And I just got this feeling that Vorn's possibly used that audio track instead of the actual Big Bang Theory track. So that's why I want to
I think you basically downplayed that as well, by the way. You go, here's the track you have to record a song to, and it was completely wrong. It was like a Skrillex song that you for some reason.
It was a Skits Mix 18 fucking Dance Nation from like 2001. It was dope. When you play the audio, just remember, guys, don't laugh or do anything because it will cut the audio.
Okay.
Out.
That's me and Vorn, not the audience.
Oh yeah.
You guys can laugh.
The audience are all just like
the
being
audience
very
trying
quiet
to keep
now.
quiet for this fucking. You idiot. Okay.
Although when it's Pete and Vorn, you probably won't be laughing anyway, so it's all good.
Great.
Hey,
burn.
all right, play the fucking track.
My whole arsehole is full of cocaine. Then nearly 2.5 years ago, we started recording this in vain. Fuck! Chuck! Whoa! Children, do an experiment! Reference! Audience is nothing! Can't tell if it's racist! Can't tell if it's a joke! What is culture? What is culture?
Well.
There you go.
Okay, so breaking from the mold, doing your own thing.
Well, what I will say is, this now increased the odds that this video gets copyright struck 300%.
I stuck with 30 seconds, so we're okay.
And the other thing I'll say is, and I was hoping you'd forget this, and I want the audience to know this, Rob said that the aim of this recording of a song is about recording what the show is really about. So if the show is really about Converge saying fuck Chuck Law, In Mag's Rage says, big brutal theory. So, what's one's next, Rob? Are we playing yours next?
Let's go with mine next, and we'll put yours on last one.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you like the show, you were really dumb and you probably eat your own cum. Because you're racist and a misogynist and therefore you're a prick. Laughing at the bullshit in this show, you fucking make me sick. Some people think it's humour, but to comedy it's a tumour. If you like this show, you have a small wang.
Stop laughing, Pete. You ruined half of it.
That was actually pretty good. Hey, that's pretty good. I like that you changed the lyrics. Also, just letting you know that Nick said he muted us and had a Maz. So keep it up. I'm glad you're enjoying the stream, Nick.
He's just watching our little faces.
Okay, cool. So, okay, I'm gonna play mine now. Remember, this is my thoughts on what the Big Bang Theory is really about. This whole show is a secret cult-like scheme to see if Nazi ideals can become mainstream. Know it to be true, but don't let it get to you. Just look at all the clues, Howard's the Jew. And he's the rapist. Racist pornography, hidden iconography. Sorry for how badly this was sang.
He was the rapiest was a great line.
He is the... Okay, if that's not true, he is the rapist.
Yeah.
So I'm going to throw that to the people in the chat and give them some time quickly to decide whose was the worst song and they get their punishment. So we'll leave that for a second. Please tell us who the fuck that was the worst there. Pete's was definitely the worst, Mags Rage says. Nick says, vote Pete off the island. Pete, you're in trouble.
You got 3 downvotes right now.
Really lucky that you changed the Facebook name recently because... you don't want anyone finding this. Anyway, best and worst moments of the season so far.
I liked that Rob laughed the most, I think.
No, I didn't. I think I'm one less than you, Pete.
I have the laugh tally later on, but I mean best moments like of the actual show. What was the best and worst moment of the show?
Oh, that's for sure.
The actual TV show, the practical effects that they put on
Howard,
Dr. Shelfman when he had a peanut. That was the best.
That's it. Like that's literally my best moment as well. The makeup from that one episode.
My best moment was still Sheldon's bottom eyelids when he was on the loom in like episode 2 or 3.
My worst moment was the episode where they spent a lot of time in a Chinese restaurant. I remember that just being really stupid. And I don't
so your worst moment was a whole episode.
That whole fucking episode.
Well, my worst moment...
Your most moment?
Was actually the most recent episode was... I freaked the fuck out as well. Because there's so much bad. The whole thing is just a level playing field of bad. It's hard to pick out moments and choose. But this one stood out because it was very recent. And because... fuck... It scared me so bad that the downloaded version I've got... I played the last episode... And I've just been torrenting the season. So I torrented the whole season. It was playing and it got to like the 3rd ad break. And you know how like CBS chucks like little things like, ooh, coming up next, all this kind of thing. It said, up next, Big Bang Theory Season 1 finale. And I was like, holy fuck, did we fuck this up? This whole setting up a live stream, we based our whole like week around this being the finale and there's actually more episodes. So then I Googled it. And I just quickly Googled like season 1, and it said it had 23 episodes. Turns out in my rush, I Googled How I Met Your Mother season 1. I don't know why. But I don't know why. So the worst moment for me was my stomach dropping and thinking that there was more in the most recent episode where CBS threw up a thing. In the middle of the final episode, it said, coming up next, the final episode. I don't know. So that was my worst moment. Before we continue with our season recap... Annette said she can't vote for Pete, so it sounds like Pete was the worst, but she can't do it because she likes Pete too much. So she has to vote Vorn.
That's lovely. Thanks, Annette.
And then
Thank you.
Rob came on and said, I'm Harry now. I vote off Pete. So Pete, you lose the competition.
Right.
Tomorrow you'll be doing a live video performing your own fucked up video.
Yeah, he has to perform the original Big Bang lyrics to the original track. Like, so you press play on YouTube, and then you got to sing along to the actual lyrics live onto your Facebook stream, post it, and not write anything. So anyone who doesn't listen to this show is going to be like, oh, fuck, Pete likes Big Bang Theory.
Great. Okay.
Can we go through some of our favourite moments? Just a favourite. We don't have to do worst. Like favourite moments in our own podcast.
Wow,
Pete,
how self-congratulatory.
No, I mean, we're at the last episode.
We watched 17 episodes of the show. We're like, let's talk about us for a second.
Pete, what's your like moment of this season that you absolutely loved?
I think it was when I catfished actual real life men using Tinder and a fake profile that we set up.
All right, so so Vorn, do you want to tell us a bit about that?
Well,
for anyone that's unaware, we used a face swap app to take one of Vorn's images and turn him into a woman from a certain small Austrian village, and then we proceeded to see if
Men would
people
find her
were
attractive.
interested in going out on a date with her.
yeah, and my favorite part of that was actually Rob going, so we thought we'd do an experiment and find out if it's easier for women to pick up on Tinder than men. And, oh, wow, the results shocked us when, yes, it was easier that a fucked up female version of me does better than the actual me.
I think we got 67 matches in the first 15 minutes or something.
That's probably my whole Tinder career that took me to get that.
So level 2 of that is female Vorn more attractive to Americans than Australians? Pete, I've sent you through some images. Dawn has been on the prowl. She's recently travelled to Sacramento.
What the oh, Jesus. Are you doing this again? Oh, my God. Oh, for fuck's sake.
All right, Pete, so
just for the listeners at home, Rob's been back on Tinder.
yeah. As female Vorn / Dawn, and I've used the same images. I haven't done anything else. It's the same thing. It's like use your best Big Bang pickup line, live, laugh, Bazinga. Nothing's changed. So I worked out I have swiped 174 times, and 130 of those times I matched with someone. Right?
I like how you're getting all statistical with it. You fucking
Not
piece
only-
of shit.
Right, so, but I made a deal this time. I was like, I'm only going to swipe with people who have their shirt off and are doing, like, muscle poses, or people
Okay.
doing, like, douchebag, fucking smoking weed or whatever. So anyone who was, like, looked like a nice or decent person, I didn't swipe with.
That's a good way to do it.
We felt bad last time. So 130 douchebags out of 174 like Vorn. One guy wrote, "Lol, I'm so Sheldon." Dawn simply wrote Bazinga. He wrote, "Fuck you, Penny," and then he blocked Dawn.
What?
That was probably my favourite one, but Pete, you've got a few there, so let's go.
Oh, this one's the worst.
Yeah.
So from Jacob, you fucking pervert. To be honest, I like your profile because I've always wanted to have sex with an international girl. And then Dawn responds with, "I like a guy who's straight to the point. You're like Sheldon on The Big Bang Theory."
Did he reply?
No response.
No response.
That's like the biggest insult ever. Yeah, oh, you're great. You remind me of Sheldon.
What is your favorite position? This is from Trevini.
Is this what the guys are opening with? I used.
Yeah.
What the?
Yeah.
What is your favorite position? That's the opening line. And it's like, "I like watching Big Bang Theory laying on my side with a pillow between my legs. It makes me feel safe. You?" And he's
good one.
responded with, "Cool. Mine is kind of similar, but replacing your pillow with my face." These guys are fucking the worst. And then Dawn responds with, "Does that line usually work?" And old mates, "I usually come up with this stuff in the moment. Did it work? I did kind of mess up the one-liner though at the beginning." And then Dawn responds with, "I'm not wet if that's what you were hoping for." And then he responds with, "Nice. What makes you wet then?" And then Dawn says, "Being worn like a hat."
Oh, by the way, well, so if anyone doesn't get that last episode, Penny said, "Hey, I've got a friend that will let you wear her like a hat." Did you go and ask your girlfriends if you could wear them as a hat?
I brought it up and it didn't go down. So
Me neither. I think, yeah. I think it's probably why me and Dee are in separate rooms right now.
yeah, and yeah, same.
I like how with these kind of guys, the sort of confidence bravado, like, "Yeah, fucking get on my dick, bitch." really instantly fades as soon as you start questioning him. He's like, oh, well, I kind of screwed up that first line, though. So, but can you evaluate my performance for future?
The veneer just falls away.
So before you move on to the next one, there is, since writing the Be Worn Like a Hat, he has responded, and he wrote, I can make that happen. I'm bringing a few drinks, though. So, Vorn, for the first time, as Dawn, I want you to give me the response. What should we respond with?
Oh, to that.
This is live.
Okay, so whatever I say, you have to actually post in there to him. So he's asked to come over with a couple of drinks.
Yes, as long as you don't post my address, that's fine.
Oh, fuck off! That was my thing I was going to do. Can you live across the road from a park. Can you say, can I meet you at that park, and then just film him out your window standing there?
No, because it's not going to happen during this episode, and it'll just end up being weird.
Well, just in the future. Well, that's something to look forward to in the future. That's what I was saying. You have to reply. Is there any other weird fucking gross text you got?
We got a super like, so someone thought you were super hot as a girl. And remember, if we remember, Dawn was from Brunau, Austria, the town that Hitler was born in, just outside of Germany. So we got a super like, and the comment was...
Can we settle down on the Nazi stuff, please, Rob?
My favorite painter was from Brunau. So I just didn't reply because I felt bad, because I was like, oh, this guy seems nicer than the rest of the guys on this group.
What? No, that guy's making a Hitler joke.
He's not.
Yeah, that was a Hitler joke.
Is it a Hitler joke?
Yes, the Hitler was a painter.
Hitler was a painter.
You fucking knob.
Oh, okay. Well, then I've got egg on my face.
You fucking idiot! He was making a Hitler joke. That was a perfect. Oh my god, you ruined it. You fucking knob.
He also has like a nice muscle shot as well. Lol.
I like that guy. That guy's got some.
Okay,
good
so
humor.
what? Okay, Vorn, you're on the line. What should I reply with for that?
Paint me like one of your German girls. Is there any more of this? You fucking catfishing, muscly Sacramento man.
You remind me of Sheldon. He wrote, lol, what? No, I ain't skinny. And I wrote, he tank AF. And he wrote, what do you look for here? I said, Big Bang Theory fans who want to big bang and chill. He said, me, sure, why not? I'm bored. What's your number? Tinder gets weird a lot. I wrote, Bazinga.
Tinder gets weird a lot. What a fucking bullshit line. What's your...
So I wrote Bazinga, and he wrote, huh? And then that was the end of the conversation.
Wow.
Cool. If I get anything fresh throughout this recording, Vorn, I'm going to throw it straight to you.
And
we've got about 100 people we haven't spoken. Oh, he wrote, I'll paint you white.
Paint me white. Oh, he's a racist. Can you say to him...
You remind me of Howard? I don't know.
No, because did he say paint you white because that's the Nazi guy, right?
Yeah.
Oh wait, Dawn. Okay, yeah. Tell him, add me on the Stormfront forums. My username is Dawn88.
Add me. What is that on? Did you say Stormfront?
Okay, Stormfront's a white nationalist, racist, neo-Nazi forum. And
Okay.
88 is some fucking racist number for some reason.
We say Dawn 88.
Yeah, Dawn 88. Anyway, let's go on with the show and stop.
Let's move on.
What are your predictions for season 2?
Leonard and Penny don't work out because if that happens, then there's nowhere to go with their characters.
I think it would probably be like Leonard's first girlfriend, right?
Yeah, it'll be.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, that's what that was also my prediction for season 2. So if anyone doesn't know, the whole season's been the will they, won't they, and then at the end they just sort of went like this. They kissed, like mushing their faces together. It was not sexual at all. So this season's just going to be all focused on the relationship. I reckon it's going to be your standard cliche relationship thing where like she's going to get like they're going to be super lovey-dovey and then just like endless sex, honeymoon period. And then after the honeymoon period, she's going to get annoyed at him being a nerd. And then he's going to get jealous at her, like speaking with other guys. They're both going to get like fat and boring. And then she's going to nag him to get married. Like, when is that going to happen? My friends are getting married. And then she's going to have to sell all his nerd stuff. And then Penny's probably going to like cheat on him. But he's going to put up with it because he's so weak. And then because he just wants to be with her. And then she's going to spin it as, oh, let's become a polyamorous couple. So he's just going to have to be like sort of watch other guys fuck his girlfriend. And then she's going to start cutting herself for attention. then they're going to be having really public fights at
Jesus
parties.
Christ.
But they're too scared. Like, they're a really toxic relationship, but they're too scared to break up with each other because they both know they're worthless by themselves, so they can't break up, but they have to stay together, but it's really toxic and, just your normal relationship stuff. So that's what I think is going to happen in season 2.
Okay. Sorry, just going back to this. I just got a message. He wrote 1488. This is going back to the racist white supremacist dude.
Well, okay, I've got a amendment, by the way, and then we can leave this segment forever. Me and Pete were absolutely wrong when he goes, "I'll paint you white." Mag's rage in the chat said, "Nah, he was talking about semen," which he obviously was. Fucking idiots. We're the ones obsessed with race, and he was just being a skis, and then he turned out to be a really racist person. So I've got the laugh count for the season. Oh, actually, before we go on, did you guys laugh in this episode?
No.
No, definitely not.
Nothing
Okay,
for
so
me.
that's a 0-0. So I'm going to do the big countdown for the whole season. 17 episodes. So at the top of the list, we have Pete with four laughs during the whole season. Pete, you joyful young man.
Piece of shit.
Rob, second, with 3 laughs, plus 1 that didn't count because he was laughing at Pete, plus 1 smirk. Third on the list, we have Nick, our old sound engineer who got kicked off the podcast for laughing at...
Oh. He was really supportive. I went back and listened to an audio fucking clip, and he was just like, "Oh, I like this show. I get it."
It would have actually been really interesting to have one person who is enjoying the show as opposed to just 3 people that hate it. Oh, well, we messed up that one. I wonder how he's doing. Anyway, fourth on the list, we have Martin with not really 1, like a 0.2. He said it's a minor lol. He imagined if he was a dumber person, he would have laughed at it. And then in 5th and last place, we have me on 0, except if you count kind of 1 when I was laughing at the swastika on Howard's shirt. But let's move quickly along. I've got a game for us. I've created a board game for us to play.
Have we still got people tuning in to see this?
Yeah, we got 5.
Sweet.
You know what? I'm going to edit that later. Let me just do another take to edit that. Yeah, we got 500. So... There's something very big on the line. It is this. So I bought a Big Bang Theory wristband. It's like...
It's one of those Live Strong back in 2007.
Yeah, I'm going to say it's like a Live Strong bracelet, but instead of promoting killing cancer, it's promoting cancer. It's thicker than a Live Strong bracelet, though, like twice the thickness. So whoever loses this game has to wear this for our entire recording period for season 2.
Jesus Christ.
So this is every day. It's waterproof. You can wear it in the shower. There's no taking it off.
So we had a 6-month window during season 1 where we weren't recording.
So yes, so I'll let you know that for season 1, it took us 1 year, 3 months, and 17 days to get through one season. So that's how long, and that was for 17 episodes.
Can you show me what the inside of the wristband looks like? Do they give you a
Oh, no, okay, there's no turning it inside out either. No turning it inside out. This podcast is about living life as a Big Bang Theory fan and experience from what's that like. So
I'd honestly prefer to get a tattoo of the Big Bang Theory than wear that.
well, this also will encourage us to get through season 2 really quickly. Because season 1 was only 17 episodes. Season 2 is 23. So this is what's on the line for the loser. So let me... Look how...
I feel sick in the bottom of my stomach. It's like...
Can we wear it as an anklet?
No. It has to be on your wrist. It has to be visible. What's the point otherwise? Well, I'll tell you how the game works. Hey, it's Vorn here. So you see in this segment where I am kind of just being a dick and making sure there's no possible way to sneak your way out of wearing this armband and making sure that it is always visible. You might be thinking to yourself, Vorn, can you not see how this could come back to bite you in the ass. If for some reason you say you lost this game of chance that you've designed yourself, well, rather than you having to listen to half an hour of us playing this board game, let's just skip to the end.
Bazinga.
God fucking dick in a fucking hole.
Unreal.
You know those like ultimate,
Yes.
the ultimate fucking backfires of all
This is
time?
like you're a James Bond villain that gets fucking destroyed by his own laser that he built specifically to kill James Bond.
Except in a much more nerdy. Oh, and that says stop cheating, Vorn. Yeah, I cheated so well, I fucking lost the fucking game. Oh,
Pop it on now, mate.
Oh my god, it's actually tight as. It's like for a child.
It can't, in a week, your hands but like fucking purple.
But you can't take it off. You can't take it off until the hand falls off. It has to fall off naturally.
I've got like enough room. Just enough room.
I say we take a 6-month break from starting the next season.
Oh, fuck off, cunt.
You look so disappointed right now, Vaughn.
Just because
Speechless.
I really thought... I don't know why I thought like a game just that was pure luck would just work out in my favor. And I can't believe how strict I was on the... This is only happen. You have to work for the whole season. So... at least it'll provide some good segments in the future of me having to explain to people why I have this on my wrist.
I think the big bangers out there will just respect you. That's all good.
Well, I guess that's part of the podcast.
So good.
The whole point of the podcast is to ingratiate ourselves into the Bazinga culture, and I don't know a better way to do that than wearing a band for probably a year saying Big Bang Theory.
I think what happens, I think the message of this whole episode is we all come up winners except for Vorn and Pete, because Vorn gets to wear a wristband and Pete has to sing the anthem of the show.
Can't
tomorrow.
wait.
Oh, yeah, that was a really good episode for
We're
you.
all winners.
I've been Pete.
I've been Rob.
I've been Vorn, and I fucking hate my life. Hey, Bazingos. Vorn here. Don't worry, I'm wearing the wristband still. I'm still hating my life. Just wanted to say a big thank you to anyone who has listened to even one episode. But people who have listened to the whole season, I like you a whole lot more. Legitimately, it is crazy that people are actually listening to this, and we really appreciate it. And also, anyone who's gone to our website, commented, or done anything in the way of Bazinga Boys, it's kind of, the whole thing is so ridiculous. But hopefully we've given you some sort of entertainment, maybe a giggle, maybe even a chuckle, anything. Hope we can entertain you, and hope we can continue to do so. And so here's to season 2. So from the bottom of my penis, Bazinga.